Morning, mate.
Morning, good to see you again.
And great to see you. What toy you brought me today then?
Something from the future, BMW i8. What do you think?
Is that the electrical one?
It is, hybrid. It's fabulous.
Right then, let's give it a bash.
Let's go.
They're quick these, aren't they?
Yeah, so what happens now, we're in eco mode.
Yeah.
So basically it's all electric. So it'll stay on electric till about 50 miles an hour. When you put your foot down, the engine kicks in.
Yeah. That's mad, isn't it? And it's got a nice little noise as well.
It has. Well, what we'll do is we'll put you in, this is like the comfort mode, which is all electric and what have you, keeps it all sweet.
Yeah.
But I can put you in sport mode where it puts the electric motor and the petrol motor together. So it gives you all the performance together. And then it's got 360 brake horsepower when it's got them both together. Want to have a try?
Yeah, once we get out of this little lane, because it's quite tight down here.
Tight.
And there's a lot of mud on it probably.
It is four-wheel drive this as well.
Right.
Which you wouldn't believe, but it is four-wheel drive.
It's alright for the winter then.
Yeah. So have you driven an electric car before?
Never before, no. Never before. They've come a long way since the first electric car came out as well, haven't they?
Absolutely. And I think it's the future, isn't it?
You'd have to say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. The world supplies aren't going to last forever, are they? And,
I think it looks like the future. I think it drives like the future. I think this is what it's all about. It's built on a carbon fibre tub with all plastic stuck around it, so it's built like no other car.
Okay.
So,
and we're in electric mode now, are we?
We're all electric now.
Oh.
This is comfort mode.
Yeah.
If I put you across to the left, you go into sport mode. So you can hear that?
Yeah.
So
and that's still electric, even in sport? Or is that
you're electric
now?
and petrol now, so
right.
you're all motors running together.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Feels sporty, yeah. Yeah.
So you've got an electric motor pulling the front and you've got a petrol engine pulling the rear.
Right.
Now you're not going to believe this. Now it's not like an electric car anymore, is it?
That's proper, isn't it? That's beautiful.
Have a guess what this engine's out of?
Go on.
The Mini.
No!
Yeah. That's a 3-cylinder engine out of a Mini. But they beef it up, and when you put the two things together, that's what it does.
As you say, because a lot of the time when you've got a sports car, you don't really, the engine's roaring at you, but you don't really want to. You're just having a pootle, aren't you? Yeah. So it's almost the best of both worlds.
So out of all the sports cars that you've had over the past, how would you think this would compare?
Oh, this compares favourably. It looks sporty, doesn't it? And as I say, you've got the calm, the cooling influence almost of the electric side of things, but then when you put it into the sports side, it almost turns into an animal and sounds like an animal as well. And it's certainly got the acceleration.
If you could choose out of everything that you've had or anything you would want to have, if you could have 3 cars in your garage, what would be your main 3 cars?
Wow. That's a good one. Well, before today, I think I'd have to have some form of Ferrari.
Yeah.
I'd have a Bentley for sort of every day.
Yeah.
And then I'd have a big thing. I'd have a big Range Rover, something. So I'm almost covering all bases. I'm having a big, tall thing that I feel like the boss of the road. Yeah. Then you've got your day-to-day that's classy and got a bit of speed about it, and then you've got your raw toy for some days when you want to come out when the roads are dry.
I think you're right. I think that's exactly what I would do. It's perfect.
But if you're going to roll them all into one, then all of a sudden this becomes a real option, doesn't it? Because you've got the everyday type of driving, but then whack it into in the sports mode, and all of a sudden you're feeling like you're a racing driver.
Absolutely. Again. And you can get the kids in the back.
Yeah.
Although I don't think
small one. Mine is still small. Yeah.
All the kids in the back, would you?
I've got 4, so I'm not sure about that. But even when it's in electric mode, it still shifts, though, doesn't it? You can still feel it.
And the best thing is when you run out of electricity, when you brake and when you lift off the throttle, it generates its own electricity again. So I don't know if you can see, you've got 9 miles on your electric range and 80 miles on your petrol range.
Yeah.
So if we run out of electricity now, you're on petrol.
Yeah.
And then when you brake and lift off, it generates electricity. So you can start generating your own electricity. It's like your own little power station.
Who thinks of things like this, eh?
And the fact it doesn't cost you much in fuel, so you'd love that, wouldn't you?
Oh, that's my worst nightmare, stopping at fuel stations, especially in the cold. Oh, it's got a great noise. That's seriously nice, isn't it?
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
Let's hope the brakes work.
Still got a while to get to the roundabout. I'm going to need your help again here.
Perfect.
Presume that's
That's it.
park
Just press stop.
and stop.
Done.
Absolutely.
Enjoy?
I love that, yeah. I really did. Right, how'd you open it? How'd you get me out?
Just press that,
Press the
yeah.
button.